Hello everyone, happy Friday. It is Sharon Wilson, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Australia. I hope you're going well. It is Friday the 27th of February 2026. It is almost the end of the month. It's almost the end of the fabulous join special that Stampin' Up! Have at the moment, which is the you join as a demonstrator and you could actually get, sorry, I've got a bit of noise happening today, so I'm hoping it's not going to be too loud. You can get the new positioning tool, which I actually happen to have right here. Yeah, the new stamping positioning tool. So this is the positioning tool that Stampin' Up! Have actually just recently. Oops, I can't show you that because you're actually looking at my face and not at my my table. Let me just cut to that then. There we go. This is the new stamping positioning tool that they have, that Stampin' Up! Have just brought out. Yeah, it's not their own design. They have commissioned it, or yeah, they've put their name to a tool that's currently on the market, and but they've actually got the extra plate that a lot of the positioning tools don't actually have when they sell them straight from wherever they're coming from. But you've got the two plates that you could use. You can use this as a bit of a stepping plate. So you've got your little nodules up here to lock them into place. So you can actually do this little stepping stuff. It's actually upside down, that one. There we go. That's a bit easier. And you've also got your main base plate as well. So you can actually earn that for free when you join as a demonstrator, only till tomorrow. So tomorrow's the last day you can actually get this positioning tool when you join as a demonstrator. I'd love you to join me. It's if you go to sharonwilson.stampinup.net and then click join now, that'll actually take you to join underneath my team. So that's the positioning tool. Today we're going to be working with the butterfly garden kit. So this is the butterfly garden kit that is available at the moment. It's a stamping kit. So you do actually, there is stamps, ink, embellishments, everything you need to actually create 9 cards, 3 each of 3 designs. Now I'm going to try and change it up a tiny bit. So let's see how we can go with that. I've already sort of broken things down a tiny bit so that I have the pieces together. So we'll start with our first little card. And we're actually going to be doing the green ones. I've got my dimensionals. I've got my, so this is the images that you get in the stamps. So you get your little images with your stamps, and I'll grab all my little blocks that I need. A bigger one for that one. And we've got 3 sentiments. And now that that's actually off, I will glue that down so then I can actually just put them straight back on once I'm finished. Oops. Oh well, that's okay. I went a bit too far down. The ink spot that you receive in the kit is also Misty Moonlight. So I grabbed out my big ink pad for that. So I will use that one for my stamping. So we'll start by doing some stamping on the envelopes, and I have the chipboard that came with the kit. So we'll use that as my grid paper. What I'd normally use for grid paper. Oh, is it that one? Yeah, it's that one. Yeah, it's a smaller one. So we're just going to be stamping all along. Just like that. And we'll do the other ones as well. There's a bit of work happening at the moment in the backyard, so it could get a bit noisy. I think they may have done a lot of the noisy work, but they still have lots to do. All right, so I've got my envelopes done. And then we've got our thanks on our sentiment. So our sentiment is this one. So here for you, sending you strength and thanks for being you. So we'll do a thanks for being you. Now, I don't know if I have a birthday one that will actually fit in there. I'm going to just have a quick look and see what birthday ones I have. That's going to be too big. I'm just looking through my little stamps that I've got quickly. There's no sentiments that are small enough, I think. There's a you make me smile. I need a good birthday stamp. That's what I need. So just going through all my stamps just to work out what I have. Not those ones. Oh, that one might be all right. And then, yep, okay. I'll grab two. I've got two sets. I'll have a play with and see if I can make them work. I've got the lovely arrangements, the happy birthday and the lovely arrangements. Let's see. How small is it? One. Well, it will fit. So maybe I change it up and do a happy birthday in one as well. Yeah, I don't mind that. Okay. We've got thanks for being you, and we've got the happy birthdays. So, all right, so let's assemble. There's not a lot to this card, so we'll do the first one, and then we'll have a play of the next one. So we've got butterfly, and we're doing dimensionals on the back. And then we'll do the thanks, so 2 dimensionals on the back of that. Hey Sam, how you going? Hey Deb. Banner sayings, yeah, I think that's probably over in my cupboard. So, something small. I definitely need something small that I can use. I need to probably put it into our little suggestion box. Let's Stamp Up have for demonstrators. All right, and then we're doing some embellishments. So one of the big ones and 2 small ones. Okay, so very simple, very quick card, and that's done. So let's step this one up. So I want to grab my trimmer. And I'm going to start by chopping this in half. So I've just got the card base. And then I want to chop, how much am I wanting to chop off? I think, hang on, I'm going to flip it around a bit. So to have, what's that one? I think that's the right one. Yeah, okay. So I have a piece of, right? Yeah. Secret Sea. And so I've chopped that down to, I need to do 5. Okay, so I need to chop it down there. That's right. I think so. I want to make it 5 1/4, I believe. And then what are we? I need to cut it down to about 4 inches. So I'm going to chop off part of the flowers or part of the leaves, and that's okay. So I've got my flower. And so then I'm going to layer that onto there. Yeah, as I said, we've got a bit of work going on in the backyard today. You made 8 kits last weekend. Well done, Sam. So we're going to lay that onto the Secret Sea. And then I'm going to layer it onto the back of the card base that we have. And then, if I've done my measurements correctly, I've actually chopped this down. Look at that. Yay. I've chopped the card down to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So it's basically the American size, which is what the card started at. So we're going to glue this down onto the card base. So just basic white. I don't have any US size card bases, but that's okay. And so then we do our dimensionals, which I put down. There they are. And then we're going to do our happy birthday. And then happy birthday, and now little embellishments. So just a bit of a change on the card. Nothing too dramatic, really. But you've got your just a stepped up version of it, which I like. I like the stepped up version too. But I've kept it the same size, so you can actually fit that in the envelope provided as well. So that's what I've done. That's 2 cards done. So the third one, I'm not sure what I want to do with the third one actually. Yeah, okay, let's chop this down again. So we're just chopping it straight in half. And then let's chop off, what have we got? Where are we? Where should be about 4 1/4. So yeah, I'm going to chop it down to 4 again. Okay, 4. And then we're at, so we want to probably chop it down to 5 1/4. 5 1/4. And so again, I have a piece of basic white. And this time, I actually think I want to just flip it over and just use, I just use the back, just use it upside down, which I don't really need the extra piece, do I? I could just leave it like that, so let's just do that. Yep, that's finished. But rather than just doing that, my little thing, where is it? Oh, okay, hang on. Just going to grab some linen thread. Get back on my chair. Some linen thread before I glue that down. Where is it? Where's the end? You have trouble finding the end? Is that it? There we go. Yes. So we might actually wrap some linen thread around this time. Oops. Oh, maybe I do. Actually, yes, I'm going to change it up. Sorry. I know I just put glue on there. I'm going to pop it up. So just do layer on layer. Oh, it helps to take the backing paper off, just as a hint. Oh dear. There you go. Look at our linen thread. Dimensionals. So just with a couple of extra items, you can very easily change up the card. Move that over that side, I think. No, I think down the bottom. There you go. So the 3 cards, oops, not quite, because I need to stick that one down. So you've got your original card and then the 2 stepped up versions. So this one very much is just on dimensionals. Because I put the glue down, it's actually sticking a bit to the glue. So you put, so dimensionals underneath that one. So just the same card, 3 different ways, slightly changed up. So not too bad. I like them. Okay. So I know what because I've done 2 of those, I need to, I may run out of other cards. So this one, let's do, oh, not that one, this one. We can do the blue one. Okay, so let's do it straight to start with, and then we will change it up. So with this one, we actually need some butterflies. Flip over to that one. So we've got 2 of the large butterflies and 1 of the small ones. So we might keep them on there and stamp them as they are. That's a bit low. Oh. So Sam, when you made these last weekend, did you change them up at all? It's always fun to do a bit of a change when you've got a kit, so that you can actually just see the versatility that the kits can provide, and it helps you be a bit more creative in what you're doing as well. I find that I'm actually I tend to be a lot more creative when I'm doing it live. I don't know why. I don't know, maybe it's just I have a bit more there's no second takes, I guess. Whereas when I'm actually just stamping myself, I tend to sort of flounder a bit more, whereas I only have a set amount of time to create when I'm doing it live. There you go. So I need those ones, and then I'm needing the oval bits to stamp on. The oval one? Yeah, it's these ones. Okay. So this one is I'm Always Here For You. So not that one. This one? No, that's a thanks. This one. Hopefully we can do another birthday as well. So there's my birthday one. There's my birthday. That's not going to fit on their birthday. So that's a shame. Maybe I might just do a couple of thanks ones, and Sending You Strength is not only just fit. Wow. Okay. Yeah. I haven't made this sentiment as this image as easily adaptable. Let's do another birthday in this one. I might have changed it up a bit more than I was thinking. Alright, so we'll do the here I'm Here For You Always first, and then we'll see about changing it. Okay, so envelopes first. Let's do envelopes. We're going to do one of each of the butterflies in the corner. There we go. So one of the butterflies, I might just set it aside while I do the big ones. And then the small butterfly. So did you only made the 8 kits? All right, so I've done the butterflies on the envelopes. So they're all done. Oops, don't need that. So just sort of let them dry a bit and go back to our card. And we've got dimensionals on our butterflies. Hey, morning, Julie. How are you? Oh, you made this kit the other day. A lady at work bought them all. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. That's a good thing to happen. The dimensionals on the sentiment as well. So here for you. So, okay, standard card, straight up. Let's change it up again. That way. So again, we're going to chop it. And then we want to chop this down to, what did I say? It was going to be about 4, wasn't it? So I could actually just go 4 right there. That works. And then I think I want about 5 1/4. So I'll probably need to take a smidge off the top. And then the rest off the bottom. So that hopefully is the right size for me. And so again, I've got, oh, where are you? There you are. I've got my secret C, which I'm using. So we'll glue that one down. Yep. My seal's playing up today. So let's layer our secret onto our secret C. And I think we might pop that one up on dimensionals. Oh, 4 Lego sets as well. Oh, well done, Sam. Just going to use the strips from last week. So pop this one up. And then we can glue that onto our card base. There you go. And then our butterflies. So 2 of the big ones, 1 of the small ones. And then our sentiment, which I think I've changed up. These are a very quick kit to put together. Let's go. I'm sending you strength or happy birthday. Or I'm here for you always. Let's just go here for you always again. Now I realise I didn't put my embellishments on there. So got one down there. And then one there somewhere. And then where's my third one going? Oh, there. Okay. I think with this sort of paper it's a bit tricky to see. So alright, so there's 2. So my third one. Oh, it's getting hot. My third one I might just do as I did the last time. So there's my 2. Again, we want to just chop it down, chop it in half, chopping it down to 4, giving a good little border. And then we want to chop it to 5 1/4. And so this one, we'll do our linen thread around. And I think I might just do a knot rather than a bow. And then we can use our dimensional strips again. Okay. You take your pick tool would help with pulling these off, because it would help with spiking underneath. Okay. So layer that one down. Got our card base again. So again, it's 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. So I'm going to need to chop a couple more pages, a couple more pieces of that one, because I've just used my last one. I cut 4, should have cut 6. Then we also have some butterflies left over too. So, our butterflies. Yeah. And then our sentiment. And our embellishments. There we go. So original and stepped up and stepped up. So fairly simple. Like, it's not a lot of extra things to have with you. It's just an extra, yeah, just extra cardstock, and that's it, and some linen thread. That's all it is. So, so I'm just going to chop these ones down to 5 1/2 by 8 1/2. I would normally score these, but I've misplaced my scoring blade. I used my take your pick tool, my stylus on my take your pick tool on the last ones. I think that's a bit quicker doing it that way. All right. So our envelopes for these ones, for the blue cards, those 3. All right, so yellow cards. Here we go. So for our yellow cards, we have, oh, wrong one. Where is it? Oh, there it is. It's inside. That one. So we're going to do the big butterfly on the back flap of these ones. Now you want to make sure that your envelopes are going to be the right way. So we're going to be stamping there, which means we can stamp like that. So our big butterfly. That's those ones. We have our little stamping, so these elements. I can just do a happy birthday on that one. Yes, I can. They're sending you strength. I might do thanks for being you. Okay. So there are our sentiments. So again, we've got our dimensionals on the back of these guys. And then we have butterflies. Up the butterflies. Now, they are different sizes. So we'll put our dimensionals all on the back of these ready to go. And then we can change them up. I don't need to. There we go. It's good to be prepared for your dimensional edges. There we go. All right, our yellow ones. So one big butterfly, one small butterfly. So this one's going to go up in this corner. This one's going to go down here. And then we have our sentiments. This one, sending you strength. And then we have our embellishments. So one down here, whoopsie, not there, up there. And then, oops, has that got glue? Yes, it does. Okay. One there, and one about there. All right, so that's our first one. So let's step that up again with chopping the card down. So we're going to chop that one down again in half. Like that. And then we want to do 5 1/4. So take a smidge off the top, smidge off the bottom. And then I think we might just do 4 on that side. And while I'm here, I might as well do this one too. Card base. Oh, where am I? Smidge off the top, smidge off the bottom. Doing 5 1/4. And then I said this side. Okay. So we've got our card bases ready to go. So I think I'm almost done. So we're going to glue this one down. And then dimensionals. Okay, and then we'll lay that onto our base. I was almost going to layer it sort of straight on and forgetting that it's actually smaller. Okay, then we've got our card base itself, the basic white. So we're going to put that straight down. There we go, like that. So then we've got our butterflies. Struggling to take the backings off the dimensionals today. Okay, the big one up there. I chose the Secret C because it's not black. I didn't want black. I wanted something a bit less than black. So, and Secret C is a really good neutral type of color that you can use for use instead of black, especially stamping with it. Yeah, it's really good for stamping with as well. So again, we're going to do our linen thread. So I've kept all the cards the same when I step them up. I've kept them all pretty much the same. So linen thread or Secret C. So just 3 different ways of actually doing the card. So obviously you can do it as the instructions show, or you just change them up and do something else with them. I also like making scrapbook pages with them, but this one I was probably struggling a bit more with trying to get something out of my head, and it just wasn't going to happen in the short time frame that I knew I had. So we're going to use dimensionals again to pop this one up. If you're looking for something to do and you want a bit of creativity, my retreat is coming up in April, and the beautiful thing about that is that the Monday is actually a public holiday, so you can recover from all the creativity you would have been doing over the weekend. So it's the 24th, 24th to 26th of April is my retreat. I just need to pop down and pick up my seal. And I think I've got about 9 places left, so not too many left. So it'd be good to have a few more people come and join us. It'll be a good weekend. no cooking, just crafting and relaxing and just enjoying the weekend away without the extra things of having to do it from home. Alright, so almost done. That one there, do that one there, we'll do that one there. Alright, so they are my cards. And plus I still have some more sentiments I can use, and another lot of butterflies I can probably use on another card. So let's get these sorted. So pop that one out of the way. Don't need you. So again, we've got our 3 cards. So basic card where you just, that's the way we stamp anyway. That's the way the instructions say. And then just stepped up with cutting the card front in half and then just chopping down the front face a bit and then just relayering it in different ways. It's just a really good way of making them your own, changing them up a bit and making them your own. So those 3 and then these 3. They're my cards for today. I hope you like them. It's always fun just to have a bit of a play and just create something else. So before I got on, I did actually prep some more things. Obviously, I prepped the Secret Sea cardstock and the basic white, well, the majority of the basic white. I pre-prepped that just so that it was actually a bit quicker for me to actually just get through the cards for you. And just changing them up, is really, really helpful. Sam's saying she needs to buy another kit to step them up. You can add anything into them, like just change them ever so slightly. It's not like it's changing the design completely or anything. It's just, I saw someone else on Instagram that had actually used different designer series paper as well. And then also when she made this card, she actually cut out the circle in the front and actually stuck that on the inside of the card. And then when you open it, you've got the hole in the front, but then you've actually got the sentiment in the center. So that was another thing that I just didn't want to add in the extra design, extra elements of like dies and stuff like that. I just still wanted to make it easy, simple stamping that you can still do at home without too many tools. Just a bit of extra cardstock and some linen thread or ribbon or whatever you have on hand. Very simple stepping up way of doing it. So thank you so much for joining me. As I said, my retreat is happening 24th to the 26th of April. I've got about 9 places left. If you can't come in person, I also have a retreat at home that you can purchase. Or if you just come for the day on the Saturday, there is a day rate as well that you can do. So you're more welcome. Check that out on my Facebook page. I'd love to have you join us at the retreat. We've also got bonus days is about to finish. So if you've still got bonus days vouchers, make sure you use them up really quickly because you've only got a couple of days left. I think that finishes tomorrow, actually. So you need to make sure that you use them today or tomorrow. Also, what else? The product of the month is still available as well. That's the designer series paper. I haven't used that this month. I've had a bit of a busy month this month. Next week's going to be pretty busy for me as well. So I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing next Friday, but we'll see what I do next Friday. It might be a scrapbook workshop kit so I don't have to think too much. I don't know. We'll see. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you again next week. Bye for now.